Earlier today, I was eating my lunch, and I was on YouTube and looked at a video that Peter McKinnon had done. I've said before, big fan of his cinematography and a lot of the things that he does and his sort of approach to YouTubing. And he said something about people want to instantly be successful, and they don't want to put in the work to become successful. And he used the illustration of chefs having to put in a lot of time in the kitchen, or paramedics having to put a lot of time on the rig before they can become a paramedic, or musicians. I used to be around a lot of musicians, and there was the necessity to put in a lot of time to become successful. And the ending thought that sort of propels us into success is you got to do the work. You got to put in the work to be successful. You can't just go from I have an idea, I want to be something, to being that successfully without putting in the work. So when I say putting in the work, what I'm talking about is attending to that thing that you're trying to achieve, and doing so for enough time that you get to the level that you're trying to get to. Sometimes people will see things that I do in the classroom. They're like, how did you come to be good at science or whatever? And that's a very relative term. Me being good at science is compared to a 14-year-old, rather than anyway. So my answer is, I feel like I've been gifted with curiosity. And so this is what happens. Because I'm curious, then I'm interested enough in whatever it is to engage it. And that's the first thing. To be successful with something, you've got to be interested enough to dig in and engage whatever it is. And then once you engage it, you have to be committed enough to go through the hard times and the struggles to develop some degree of mastery. And then you need to just keep practicing. And so I think that there's kind of like three ingredients in developing a skill set, whether it's music, whether it's art, whether it's photography, whether it's chemistry. And that is, first of all, you have to somehow be interested enough to engage it. So interest, second, engagement, and then third, you just have to stick with it long enough to develop mastery, to develop the skills that you're trying to develop. I've seen people's like, I want to learn to play guitar. Really good friend of mine, and wanted to play guitar. He bought a guitar and everything. Months pass, and he comes back to me and he goes, I'm going to give you that guitar I bought. And I said, well, why is that? And he said, because I don't like playing guitar enough to do the work I have to do to be successful at it. It was pretty interesting in decision. He said, I'd rather be playing golf, which he was very good at golf. The thing is if you don't put the time in, you're not going to be successful. And if you're not interested, if you can't make yourself interested in something, it's really hard to put the time into it. Remember, so here's the thing, 3 things. Curiosity, interest, engage, put in the time, and then put in enough time that you can master it.